Oh guys, those look pretty yummy to me, and that's what we're making today. Now, you can go to the store and buy a box of Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuit Mix, or you do what we're going to do. I've got a small bag of Biscuit, wasn't big enough. So I had to go and get a box, and that's what we're going to use to make Copycat Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits. Yummy! You're going to like it and maybe even save a buck or two. Oh, and stick around till close to the end because we've got a butter topping we're going to put on these biscuits to make them even more tastier. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Give me a comment, a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm and that helps me. I'd really appreciate it. Now we're going to need a bowl and our Bisquick. Now if you don't have Bisquick, any other kind of biscuit mix should do. I've got my measuring mug out, and we need roughly 2 cups of Bisquick. So there's 1 cup, and we'll pour in another one. Maybe a little more than that. In she goes. A good teaspoon of garlic powder. And about a half teaspoon of salt. Mixed together. Now we're going to do our liquid. 2 large eggs. Mixed up together and poured into our soon-to-be batter. And 1.25 cups of milk. But before we do that, we've got a stick of butter. We're going to use both halves. We're going to take a half right now. Put it in our bowl, throw it in the microwave 30 seconds because we need it melty. Meanwhile, in goes a 1.25 cups of milk, and there's our melted stick of butter. Now, I'm going to mix it all up, and as we're going, I'm thinking this is really thin, and I'm following the directions. It's way too soupy. So we'll put our cheese in. It's a cup of cheddar cheese, supposed to be fine shred, but that's what I had. It's still going to work. They're going to be yummy. But you can see how soupy it is, so I got to thicken it up. Let's see, maybe 3/4 cup of Bisquick. And I still don't like how thick it's not. So we got to put a little more in. So this ends up being closer to 3.5 cups of Bisquick. And I'm putting in more cheese. It's the end of the bag, so that was 2 cups of cheddar cheese go into this. So obviously, we're going to have a lot more than what I was originally planning on making, which was a dozen. Well, here's our baking sheet with some parchment paper. And now, real simple. You don't have to get cute with it, but you're going to ball up a good tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. You want them biscuit size, right? And you can see here about that size. Just like that. And they're going to moosh together once we put them in the oven to bake. So there's 2. We're going to try for 12. Not sure if I can get 12 on this baking sheet because it is a smaller sheet. But you know, I didn't do too bad. They've got to go in the oven. 375 for about 15 minutes-ish till they start looking golden. Now this is what we got left. I'm going to save them and make some more biscuits later. But for now, a dozen's plenty. Here's our second half of butter. And to that, we're going to add half teaspoon-ish of Italian seasoning and half, maybe all of garlic powder, all of a teaspoon. Mix her up. Put that aside. That's going to go on top of our biscuits when they come out, because look at that. See how nice and golden they are? So I only got 11 out of our biscuits, but that's okay because I've probably got almost that again. Take our butter, we whisk them on top. Yummy, they're nice and warm. Put them on a plate, and there you go, real quick. Red Lobster Copycat Cheddar Bay biscuits, and they're pretty close to what you're going to get in the restaurant. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.